All right. For those of you who are on the iHeartRadio platform, and as well as iHeartRadio, not just iHeartRadio, but Spreaker, as well as the leadershiptkostation.com's website, welcome to the show. It's Lakeisha-mcknight. We are about to launch it live on Facebook, so bear with me for just a moment. And if you desire to join me on Facebook, all you need to do is go to www.connectwithlakeisha.com, and you will be able to just send a friend request and we will connect there so you can see the video version of this particular show. So let's go ahead and get it live. So it looks like we are live. Hello and good evening. Good evening for those of you on Facebook. We're already live on iHeartRadio and Spreaker and some of these other platforms out here. And so listen, I do want to say good evening for those of you on the Facebook platform. It's great to be back, as you can see. I have, of course, my regular devices back. Hello, upgrades were needed. All right, things had to be replaced. And so, again, I thank you so very much for plugging into the show. We're here a little bit early on tonight for a couple of reasons. You might have seen a post on social media where I shared with you that there's a huddle going on at 7:45. And so I wanted to make sure I do not conflict with that particular time. And so hence, this is the reason why we're here early. Plus, of course, I want to make sure that we had adequate time. Okay, adequate time so we don't have to feel like we have to rush. And so listen, welcome to the Leadership TKO live night show. Have you all been just excited about this? I've been excited to really come on here and strike it live and just engage with each and every one of you, getting tongue-tied. All right, so listen, welcome. This show goes live every single night, normally around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so I am your leadership specialist, your wealth mentor, author of a few books, of course, one of which we're going to focus on over the next couple of days and perhaps even weeks, depending on the nuggets we glean. And listen, I'm just excited. I'm excited to be before you. This show goes live, as I shared, every night. You can mark it down in your calendar so you don't miss an episode. And so there are several ways to participate as you're here. So there is the podcast platforms that we're live on, okay? We're also right here live on Facebook. And so for those of you Facebookers out there, don't forget you can like or love the stream as you're tuning into it right now. Also comment below. And for those of you on the podcast platforms nearby, there should be a comment section and you can share your thoughts there. And then, listen, Facebookers, you can do watch parties. You can share the stream out onto your timelines, groups, fan pages, wherever it is that you want to go. You can do watch parties, okay? Alert the people in your networks to know what's going on. Because the purpose of this show, okay, the purpose of the show really is to empower leaders like yourself with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. That is what this show is all about. So if you're looking to really influence many people, impact the lives of others, and grow your income, that's right, learning how to be able to make money while you sleep, keyword, so you don't have to work until you die, this is the show that you want to plug into, okay? And so listen, before I dive in and move any further, I'm going to practice what I preach. I'm going to share this thing out, all right? First, I'm going to share it out onto my official fan page, and so that's why I'm looking down, if you're wondering why I'm doing that. Okay, so I'm sharing it, and I'm going to also share it in a chat group with some of my business partners, so let me go ahead and get that done. Here we go. All right, so it sounds pretty good. The audio is doing well. I know we had some audio issues the other night, so it sounds pretty good. All right, so let me send it out to Messenger really quick as well. Here we go. Perfecto. And so again, thank you so very much, everybody, for being here with me live on the platform. So many of you know that at the very beginning of these episodes, I provide some leadership content that serves as an appetizer. Okay, it serves as an appetizer. And that's right before you normally have your main meal, right? And so the appetizer tonight, just like we did last night, is going to focus in upon my latest book. Many of you may have a copy of this, and if you don't have a copy of it, you're Let's get you a copy. All right. Get this thing in your library because it's Leadership TKO. It's going to give you the 12 truths to implement so that you can become a winning leader. So if you don't have a copy of this book, all you would need to do is visit the website www.leadershiptko.com. That's where you need to go. leadershiptko.com. And so I see a couple of my partners plugging in. Even my mom is plugged in. Hey, Mom. Thank you so very much, of course, for tuning in and supporting the show. And so I'm excited. Okay, excited. And so I'm going to be pulling some nuggets from this particular book. And so I encourage you to grab a copy. And listen, when you order, I actually put a special message in the inside of the book. And it's not the same message either. I like to, be divinely inspired, to write specific messages. And so it's not that carbon copy type of message. All right. And so, again, appreciate you guys in supporting that particular book project. And I know many of you are waiting for the new one. I get it. Listen, I have a team of people who I'm working with, and I want to make sure all is well. We're working on press releases and all types of things. So thank you so much for your patience. We're going to be announcing the date for the pre-ordering and the online launching of the book pretty soon. So stay tuned, okay? But I know last night we were talking about the importance of, building a team, because that's one of the other truths in the book. Because winning leaders have teams in order to succeed. They don't win by themselves. They win because they have people who are traveling along the journey with them, okay, to accomplish the mission. And we began talking about this, and many of you know that this book, this concept, the brand, has been inspired because of my liking of the Rocky series. How many of you like Rocky, have seen the series out there? You understand exactly what I'm talking about, because Rocky is a classic. The entire series is a classic. But here is what I've come to understand. Rocky didn't get to where he, ended up by himself. He had some key individuals in his corner. Okay, he surely did. And so I'm going to talk to you about, a few of those individuals, the type of individuals you need to have in your corner in order for you to thrive and succeed, whether it's as a mother, even if you, for all of you gentlemen out there, if you're a dad, if you're a business owner in the corporate space, listen, you need people in your corner to help you to succeed. And so, listen, I like this quote by Michael Jordan. I'm going to quote him. He says, "There is no I in team, but there is an I in win." W-I-N. See, there's no I in team, but there's an I in win. So you can't win on your own, okay? But in order for you to truly win, listen, team. A team is everything. And so, listen, here's a point that I do want to mention. He mentions often, even Michael Jordan, some of his videos and other content that he's put out there as well. And what we come to see in boxing and a lot of other sports is that they have coaches, they have trainers, inside of their corner. And I began to pick up a couple of golden nuggets just viewing the entire Rocky series when it comes to trainers. Okay, and I actually jotted down a couple of nuggets inside of chapter number 2 of the Leadership TKO book. And I said the following tasks are performed by the trainers. Okay, so if you have or looking for a trainer, you want to make sure they do some of these things and make sure it's relevant to your industry or your field. Here are just a couple of those tasks. Number 1, trainers should be making a correct evaluation of your strengths and your challenge areas. They should make a correct evaluation of your strengths and your challenge areas. Okay, for every one of us, we have challenges. There's some areas in our lives that we're not particularly great in. We do them, but we may not be great in them. And so we have to, of course, the trainer should be able to help us to pick that out or to identify it. But listen, we just have to acknowledge what it is and really focus a lot of our time on our strengths. Here's another task of trainers, whether you're the trainer or you are looking to have a trainer a part of your corner. Trainers enable you to see what you truly are. See, you might not be able to see it, but your trainer does. They know, they see if you push a little harder, just a little bit harder, you'll be able to excel and to be able to do some mighty great things. They see your potential. Okay. Here's another point about trainers. Okay. Tasks performed by trainers, making you see the things that you are capable of. So they help you to see it. Okay. They help you to see what you're capable of. I mean, because they give you some tips, some strategies, some simple tips sometimes, and then you see the type of result that can come of that, of you implementing those strategies and tips. So you'll begin to see, like, man, if I do this a little bit more, I can get some amazing results. And so that's the whole point of a trainer. They make you to see the things that you are capable of. Here's another point that I've noted. Trainers polish and strengthen existing skills. And we see that, of course, for example, in the movie Rocky. I mean, he was great at going to the body when it comes to the blows that he was giving his opponents. He was a little dude, okay, very teeny compared to, for example, the Russian guy in episode, what was it, movie number 4? He was going against the Russian guy. That's my favorite one, by the way. And he was just like David, and the other dude was like Goliath. That's how I saw it. Okay, and he was going hard at the body. He was just chopping him down like he was a tree. Okay, and so that's the whole point. Look, his trainers knew. It's like, look, all you got to do is just deal some of those serious blows to his body, and it's over. And so that is what the trainer should be doing for you. The trainer, again, should help you to polish and strengthen existing skills. Here's another point for trainers. Build new skills, new skills essential to compensate the challenge areas. You can build new skills to compensate, because we know there are some areas that we do have. It's like, man, as much as I've tried, it's really hard to kind of enhance in those areas. And so we may have to pick up on some new essential skills. Okay. And so, for example, you may be in the network marketing profession. You may be great at, you may be great at training them, but when it comes to initiating the dialogue, that's an area that may be a little bit of a challenge for some, because some people may be people persons, and then some people may not. Okay. But you still need to make that initial contact. So as long as you can direct people, for example, maybe the skill that you need to perfect is directing people to a presentation. You might say something real quick. You might not have a whole lot of dialogue to really initiate that relationship, but you can direct them. That's a skill set you have. You can direct people to a tool, to a presentation. And so that's what we're talking about. Okay. Now here's another point that trainers actually are great at as far as their task, and that is perfecting communication skills. Because it's important when you're in the ring and they see an area of opening, okay, where you can actually go in, okay. And I know when thinking about the Rocky movie, the trainer in the corner, I think his name was Mick, right? His name was Mick. And he was just, that was his first trainer, by the way, Rocky's first trainer. And so he was in the corner. He was like, now was the time. Go at the body. And so when Rocky turned it on and started going at, it was over. That dude in movie number 4, he couldn't handle it. He could not go the distance with Rocky. Rocky was like a little piece of steel, okay? And so that's how we have to be in our professions, in every setting, that we have to be like Rocky. We got to have that. We got to be like a piece of steel where nothing can impact us, nothing can harm us, nothing can cause us to crumble. And we got to stand, especially in the times that we're living in right now, right? With all that's happening around the world, we got to be focused. We got to be determined. We got to be like Rocky. We got to have that eye of the tiger. So I'm hoping, of course, that you've enjoyed our appetizer. I get really excited, as you could tell. Like I was just, like I had ants in my pants, couldn't even keep still. Okay? I get really excited. See, now I'm even motivated to go watch it even tonight. That's how crazy it is. Crazy in a good way. But I do want to transition, okay? I'm looking at the time because, as I mentioned with you guys, we have a huddle going on at 7:45, and I do not want you guys to miss that. And so I have my journal. I have some notes that I've taken. Again, the main meal in these episodes lately is consisting of content for those of you in the network marketing profession, whether you are in a network marketing opportunity, you could be in e-commerce, building a network, you could be an independent rep, direct sales rep, whomever, and you have the ability to network and to build a network. These nuggets that I'm sharing has been gleaned from my mentors, my coaches, my experience, in the network marketing profession since 2002. And so I want to share these with you right now. And I'm telling you, my journals and my notebooks is as old as this, like falling apart. Okay. But I tried to kind of put it into something new and retype it and make it sound a bit professional. So let's go into it. So here's a little tip. Okay, a little tip, especially when it comes to remaining focused and helping for those of you who are building the network. It's important that, to really prevent new partners. Some people call it distributors, depending on, again, the business that you're connected to. The way to prevent new partners from attempting to reinvent the wheel is to anticipate it early. Because you're going to be tempted to come in and say, well, I can do this a little better, or I can create an opt-in page and I can make it better. Why are you going to reinvent the wheel when you have the tool in your toolbox? Okay. Warn them that during training, the importance is to really maintain and stick with the proven system. It's been proven. There are people who are working it. Okay. And they didn't even have all the resources we had, and they still were able to succeed. But we have it available to us today. So let's utilize what we have. Okay. Now, to counter the threat that some new partners may have, and even some who are relatively experienced may have, when it comes to being offered other deals, here's what you really want to do. Okay, because we know that there are going to be people who are out to prey. They see people who are part of an organization or an opportunity, and they're like, oh man, such and such doing network marketing. Man, okay, let me go ahead and share with them my link or share with them what I'm doing. And I'm quite sure they see it, and that's why you're inboxed a bazillion times. Because they see what you do. And they're like, man, I want to get them. I want to get them. Okay. Now, for your new partners, you want to do this when it comes to just helping them to prevent this attack of people coming out of the woodworks trying to get them to join ship or jump ship and go with them. Okay. Warn them that this is going to happen. Let them know when you get those new partners, let them know this is going to happen. People are going to inbox you and try to get you to jump ship. Be careful. You want to teach them that perseverance with one company, one horse, like my mentor says, riding that one horse. See, perseverance with the one horse is really the key to success. I like to think about it as being double-minded. When you're connected to so many companies and trying to build so many networks, is but so much success you're going to obtain. You're limiting your success when you have all these networks you're trying to build. Okay? No, one network. Build one. Okay, build one. And then also explain to them that trying to build two downlines in separate companies will ultimately lead to failure. It will ultimately lead to failure. This is what I'm telling you, my mentors have shared this time and time again. They've had, over 2-3 decades of experience in this industry. They've warned many people. And so stick with one networking opportunity. One. Okay. Understand that most new partners will be tempted several times, to change companies. But remember, no single person in a company is absolutely indispensable, meaning that they can be replaced. I have to just put it out there. Okay. One comes, it's like a revolving door. If one comes, guess what happens? Another one comes. If one leaves, another one comes. It's like a revolving door, unfortunately, because listen, this is, again, they're their own CEO. They can do as they wish. So you can't hold them. You can't control them. All right. Now keep your group from jumping from one system to another by just really preparing them ahead of time to really glean. You can actually glean new facts from speakers, but understand that you just want to be careful. Okay, to stay focused with the one company you're plugged into. That's like you have a lot of other coaches out here, people who are experts in the network marketing profession, but what they're doing, you want to just steer clear because it can be tempting to say, you know what, I might want to try what they're doing. Again, you can't control your partners, but at the same time, just warn them. You can glean the nuggets and the strategies and the tips, but you don't want to jump ship. Oh, see, that rhymed. I didn't even know I was going that way. But again, get the tips, but don't jump ship. Okay, don't jump ship. Here's another point that I really, 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 really want to make. Very important, okay? When it comes to different reading material too, and videos and all these things that we're watching on YouTube, be careful as well, because you don't want to lose, you don't want your partners to lose sight of the vision while gleaning these tips and strategies from other people. And then it may not be the individuals or the type of coaches that your primary coach would recommend, because your primary coach should know, they will know a lot about these professionals out here in the industry, and they will make a recommendation. For example, my mentor in the network marketing space, Mr. Ty Best, he will recommend a couple of individuals. For example, John Maxwell. Okay, he definitely, of course, supports, and encourages people to learn about some other greats in the industry, such as Eric Worre, okay, Todd Falcone, right? There are many others out there. These are people who are like giants in the network marketing space. And so it's okay. They coach coaches. These people I just named, they coach coaches. Okay, so it's important that you see the individuals your mentor recommends. For example, if I'm a mentor to you, yes, I'm going to recommend Mr. Ty Best. Okay, I'm going to recommend John Maxwell. These are people that I'm telling you, I will go with them because I trust them a lot. Okay, I can say this: I don't put 100% trust in man. I have to be honest. My 100% trust is in God and God alone. Okay, I trust people a good amount, some individuals a good amount, but God is the only that I trust 100%. Okay, so please understand something. All right, just to summarize some of the things we've gone over. We've gone over some powerful leadership nuggets about your power corner and people you need to have in your power corner. For example, your trainer. We talked about some of these golden nuggets when it comes to your first year in network marketing and even beyond. How you got to be focused, how you got to be careful and warn your new partners about jumping ship. The importance of, yes, honing your skills, and you might be able to read books from other people in the industry, but again, staying full focus, focusing on one networking opportunity so that you can succeed in that one and not spread yourself too thin. We haven't seen it where people can be successful and reach all of their goals by trying to build two downlines. Okay, two organizations. It's hard to do that. A double-minded man is unstable in all their words. Double-minded meaning you're here, you're there, you're everywhere. You're not focused. That's unstable. There's instability there. And what that tells me, when you have to jump ship and have this ship, that ship, that ship, and this ship, what this tells me is that your primary ship did not take you to your destination. And so that just lets me know it's another nice way of saying that you might not have reached your financial goals and you might be struggling financially. It's just not working. You're not where you need to be. Okay. So again, be focused, guys. I appreciate you. I'm just glancing at my time, making sure I'm being respectful of yours. And so I thank you so very much, everyone, for plugging into the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. Don't forget, once again, like or love the stream. Let me know your thoughts below about how this content has helped you this evening. Has it been a blessing for all of my wealth building partners out there? Shout out there. Ahoo. We know what we have. And no, I'm not going to try to tell you to jump ship, do anything. But if you're looking for a better way, if you're looking for a way to plug into a source that provides you with up to 6 streams of income, if you know that the dollar is tanking, it is dwindling in value, and you need a better way, you're trying to figure out a way to bring in more income in your home and protect the cash that you do have coming in, I'm going to encourage you strongly okay, to plug into a very powerful webinar that's going to be happening at 9 o'clock tonight. You see, there's a powerful resource that I'm connected to where it involves industries that produces billions and brings in billions of dollars. We're talking about the professional growth space as far as self-growth. That space alone is like, it's just a very, very lucrative industry, okay, where you have the ability to tap into that and generate revenue through that industry as far as professional development is concerned. We're also, of course, in the space of money, period. Okay, that's a whole industry in and of itself as far as money is concerned, economics, being able to tap into accessing real money. And that's what you'll have the ability to do when plugging into a resource, for example, that I have my hands on. And this resource is available for people in 149 countries. So when people plug in for free, and they get connected to what it is that we have that provides education about money, financial education, and enhances your wealth IQ, and also educates you about cryptocurrency and about trading for those of you who have an interest in that. Listen, when you plug into these things, you're going to find yourself on the path, on the freeway to freedom. That's right, financial freedom and time freedom. And so, again, the webinar is happening where you can learn more about what we have access to, where it can create freedom for you and your family tonight at 9 o'clock. And the way that you can get on this presentation, this webinar, is by going to www.goldrocks.info. So you heard it correctly, GOLDROCKS.info. And then whoever shared this particular stream with you, and if you're watching this on my timeline and you're needing the information and you want to be on the webinar, again, goldrocks.info, and then inbox me or the person that shared this with you, and I can give you the password because the platform is password protected. So there are quite a few things that's going on, and here's again a quick little review. 7:45 in just a couple of minutes, we have the huddle for those of you who are wealth builders. Let's get on the huddle at goldrocks.info. 9 o'clock is a presentation, a general presentation, and then following that, we should be still on the Gold Rocks platform at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So meet us there, the same platform, Gold Rocks, same password as well once you get it. All right? So I appreciate you guys. I'll be back tomorrow for another episode here with the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. It's been an honor and a privilege. And so until the next time we come together again, I do encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, everyone, and God bless.